After the first phase of the Warm Smiles campaign in Dolpa, we headed for another remote region of Nepal called Humla. Located in the far northwest of Nepal, in the lower Himalayas, between 1,500 and 7,300 metres altitude, Humla is Nepal's highest and most inaccessible region. Those who live in these isolated mountain communities rely on subsistence farming and little trade with Tibet and India to survive. To get to Humla, the nearest roadhead is 9 days away to the south, and from Tibet it's 6 days to the northeast. Here, isolation and poverty and a harsh mountainous landscape deprive people of all but the basics of life. Much of the Humla district is in the high Himalayas, and the main passes can be closed for up to 4 months of the year due to winter snows. It's recognised as an area of extreme poverty. The UN ranks it one of the poorest in the world. Chronic lack of education and healthcare, coupled with a recent history of political conflict, has left many of the people in Humla in the dark ages, illiterate, malnourished, and with a life expectancy 20 years less than those in other regions of Nepal. In some areas, as many as 1 in 3 children will not survive to their 5th birthday. With the aim of distributing warm jackets to children, we identified 2 schools in the villages of Syada and Kolsi. To get to these schools, we started our journey from Kathmandu with a 55-minute flight to Nepalgunj. We headed to the airport before the sunrise, and after a bumpy 35-minute flight, we landed in Simikot. As we got off the plane, a blizzard of wind ruthlessly welcomed us. We couldn't feel our hands and rushed to find our gloves and jackets to keep warm. We couldn't help but wonder what it must be like for the children in these villages in winter. With that thought in our mind, and with the help of some local porters and horses, we started the steep trek to Kolsi. Each village is situated on the other side of mountain ranges, and therefore they do not get any sunlight even during the summer. We walked along the Karnali riverbanks and through icy paths, which made our journey painful as well as risky. After 8 hours of a challenging trek, we reached the school in Kolsi. Seeing children waiting in line to receive their warm jackets instantly made us forget all of the pain and challenges we had to endure to get there. A sheer joy and excitement could be seen on each child's face. Some of them had walked over 3 or 4 hours just to get their jackets for the winter. We distributed 595 jackets to the kids from this village. We were informed that, due to the extreme cold, the kids don't even bother washing their faces or hair. Most of the children were unkempt and their skin cracked due to the harsh living conditions. After the distribution in Kolsi, we continued our journey further up the mountain to Sayada. After 2 hours of trekking, we were again greeted by children who were eagerly waiting for us. The children were so excited to try their new jackets. Even though these children were living under such extreme poverty, it was hard not to get moved by their happiness. Perhaps they know the joy of small things better than we do. With that thought in our mind, we made our way back to our comfortable lives in Kathmandu. On the way back, despite all the challenges, we felt more determined than ever to reach out to children in other remote regions of Nepal. This journey would be incomplete without thanking all of the supporters, musicians, bands and artists who have made this possible. We aspire to continue the Warm Smiles campaign this winter and touch as many lives as possible. A sincere gratitude. Namaste.